Hello and welcome to the Trample Back Podcast, episode 117. My name is Gary Black and joining me this week is Chris Conroy.
Hi, Gary.
And John Walker.
Hello.
Well, that was pretty professional. We got that nailed first time, eh?
That's because you didn't misbehave.
I could see you shaking in your seat.
Do you know what? You can only ever do it 3 times. 4 times you've overstayed your welcome.
I was convinced he was going to do like a buzzing noise while you were talking.
You wouldn't do something immature
so
like that.
fucking immature.
That's true.
How are you guys this week?
The wee bit of sunshine's making a big difference to everybody's mood.
It's made a difference to your mood, for sure.
What day is that? See, on Friday last week, I checked the weather to see what it was going to be like into this week. Said it was pushing down, so you're kind of going, we've had our good spell. But it's been brilliant. We were sitting outside waiting for Gary coming today, weren't we?
In these chairs, which don't sit right on cobbled streets, but still.
Is there anything that's manufactured to sit flush on a cobble?
No. People with cobbled feet.
Yeah, clogs.
Right.
How have you been, Gary?
Yeah, good.
Good. Is that a lie?
Yeah.
Cool. See? He's fucking crumbling inside, and every time you ask him how he's doing, he just goes, yeah, fine. You know, just
Tip top.
you know what? Come see, come sa.
So, we've got a couple of deaths this week.
Yep. Who are we doing first? We're doing Niki Lauda?
Yeah.
Niki Lauda first.
Niki Lauda.
I didn't realise, I thought he was Italian. He's Austrian.
Austrian.
Yeah. Do you know when I first became aware of Niki Lauda, sort of as an adult, like I knew who he was as a seen him on sport and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was actually shorthand for an ugly bastard. Like there was a guy I worked with, and he had wee sort of mangled up ears, and people on the production line referred to him as Niki Lauda. You talking about Niki Lauda? And then I just thought he looked like him. I didn't realise that Niki Lauda had really severe burns to his face.
It does sound like a very fashion designer name.
That U really makes the surname, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lauda.
Yeah.
Lauda.
What did he die of? 76? What was
70.
It? 70.
He looked a lot older than 70.
I guess something to do with the melted face that happened,
Yeah.
Gary.
So would you if you'd been microwaved?
Yeah. It was just his lungs, wasn't it? Once you've had 2 transplants, you can't really...
What were they down to?
Well, they
Were
were
they down to the accident?
The fumes. He had to get his lung completely hoovered out. So like, after a while, I think he got his brothers. He got one of his brothers at some point, and then got a second one, but they've just packed in as well. So
I don't know if I'd give my brother a lung. I don't think he's worth it.
Gary, you do much for yours.
What the fuck are you doing with your lungs, man?
You're not maximising them, Gary.
That's true.
You don't need lungs to eat Five Guys and salty caramel milkshakes. Is that your favourite one?
No.
No?
See,
We can discuss it later, sorry.
see if they ever make a movie of this podcast. And we've discussed this before. We're in conversations about who's going to take the distribution rights.
Yeah.
See the fighting montage where you murder me. See where you're training and they hook you up to the treadmill and they put the VO2 sort of mask on your face.
Yeah.
You will be running on that treadmill and there will be a team of 3 techs around the machine that makes the bleep, bleep, and they'll go, it's on, but it doesn't seem to be registering. Is he running? Yeah, he's running. Is he wearing the mask? Yeah, he's wearing the mask. Where's the reading? He has no lungs. The Gary Black Lung Foundation.
It's really good for breathing underwater, though.
Do you know what?
Seems to be I don't think I've told you this one. I'm spending more time scrounging and scrambling about on Netflix for something to do than actually watching Netflix.
Yeah.
See that thing? Nah. There is just too much choice. And in bed watching it with my wife and I, and I'm scrambling through it, and it was Aquaman that came up.
Right, okay.
And says, you fancy watching Aquaman? Like, she doesn't really like superhero movies, or like, it's not her bag. Do you want to watch Aquaman? She says, nah, you made me watch that before. And I went, I've not seen this movie. And she says, is that not the one where she falls in love with the sea monster? And I said, yes, that's Aquaman. You have seen Aquaman. She watches a lot of shite that does not interest her. You know, like just for just to keep the peace. But yeah, that is Aquaman.
It was The Shape of Water, right?
I've not seen that. It's the Aquaman I've seen. Anyway, Niki Lauda's lungs.
Yeah, the 2013 film Rush that was the first time I was aware of any of this.
Yeah.
Well, because it was in the 70s, wasn't it?
76 said the bad accident.
The bad accident, which they definitely dramatise, I think, more in the movie. But I mean,
It's pretty dramatic for Niki, I'm going to be honest.
Well, I mean, yeah, there was also a lot of drivers didn't want to race either. I believe it wasn't alone.
Yeah.
But they do sell on James Hunt's craziness, just desire, and that's why he lost the 76 championship. Then
77.
Is that the one he lost?
Yeah. Oh no, that Lauda won 77.
So he had the big crash in 76 and then came back and won in 77.
Yeah, so 76 was the one.
Sorry.
So the last race, he still had a chance to win in Japan, but it was raining, so he withdrew. He'd done the first lap and pulled out because of what happened in the last fucking
Because he only
wet
had one
track
year,
he was on.
only had 1 year left.
Well, so he pulled out, and that was the cause of it. Was they were all kind of thinking that he would never come back because he'd shat it from the rain, and not realising it was just like loads of people were dying in Formula One. I was actually surprised when you were going to tell us a story. It wasn't that you were like in the pit stop working.
I was actually changing tyres for
That in Formula 2?
For McLaren, yeah.
Formula 2 when you first found out about him?
I first seen Niki Lauda when I was working in the hot dog concession at the go-karting. And just
The
a
Scott
couple...
Cart.
It was the Scott Cart, just a couple of miles outside Vienna. Just outside the town centre.
Yeah.
In a suburb. It had a laser quest on it.
That was the first one that had the bridge that went over the
Aye.
track, yeah.
I loved that job.
It's just all of a sudden came flooding back to me that in first year modern studies, slightly pre-internet.
That's now history.
Yeah.
See what you studied?
Yeah.
It's now history.
We had to do a report on any topic of our choosing, and I'd for some reason decided I was going to do one on sport, in particular Formula One.
Right, okay.
But I didn't really know.
Did you drink a lot of milk at school? Did you always get the Formula One car milk?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, I did. But, I thought I had an idea. So I knew there was some sort of crash where something bad happened. And I put all the facts together in my head and wrote a report that passed, in which I said that Ayrton Senna died after crashing his car in Monaco.
And that was the full.
And basically I'd mashed all these different stories together.
Right.
And figured that Ayrton Senna had gone off into the water in Monaco and died, and that's when all the different safety regulations had come in.
But do you think was that where Senna died, or was it no San Marino or something? Where was it he died?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's fact check this, Gary, because
You want me to fact check it now?
have you seen the Senna movie?
I've seen the Senna movie. I'm not sure that you're wrong.
Am I not?
Or is it San Marino?
I don't know if he's got the right track.
I thought I was maybe getting Niki Lauda's crash
No, he was in Germany, I'm sure.
mixed up with
Nuremberg trial.
Do you know what's really cool?
It was the Nuremberg trial
Imola.
race.
Imola.
Italy.
Italy. You were closer.
Car crashed into a concrete barrier.
I mean, those are the worst type of barriers. What do you want your barrier made up of? Water balloons or fucking concrete? Make it concrete, please.
What's going to stop me?
A big net, probably.
A paternity case. See if they'd used paternity cases instead of concrete as the barrier, Senna would not have hit it. I'm by no means saying that they're outstanding DNA tests to be done, but Formula One drivers do. They're in a different city every week, aren't they?
They were in Baku last week.
A lot of oil money there, and that's where the Europa League final is as well, isn't it?
Aye, that in an empty stadium.
Oh, how many tickets is available for fans?
They have put 12,000 back on general sale, which has never happened at a European final before. Ever happened.
But what happens when you put that a very long way outside of Europe?
Yes.
What's the standard of living like in Baku? Like
Standard of living, not the standard of living. I like thought we had like a game going on.
Standard of living?
Yeah. Sounded like you said standard 11. I was like trying to name
No.
players in Baku.
No. Pedant's corner.
Azerbaijan,
No, I'm thinking about it from the point of view, like, see, Qatar,
Yeah.
where the general public don't have as much money as the people at the top, and our locals going to buy tickets. I'm going, there's so much stuff going through Baku. They're like, oh, the fucking Oscars. We had the World Cup last week. You can't go to the World Cup and the Oscars in the same week. I fucking don't get paid till Friday.
The Formula One was really well attended, but the Formula One is always well attended no matter where it is because it's a rich person's sport. So if you follow it, you tend to be able to afford to go wherever it is.
Sort of part of the travelling caravan.
Yeah.
I don't think there's as big a gulf in income in Azerbaijan as it is in somewhere like Dubai. I think well, it's a former Soviet state as well, so
yeah,
it's like any Belarus or.
Do you know? We'll get on to the Soviet states in a bit. So any other chat about Nicholas Lauda?
I was literally just going to say, if you've not seen Rush, watch it. It's really good.
Then watch Senna. It's better.
Yeah. And then if you're depressed about the two deaths, go watch an uplifting one, and it's called Searching for Sugar Man. And that is the end of our recommendations on biopics.
You get any Rex?
No.
Okay. Right, have we got any more celebrity deaths? Did you mention there was another?
There is.
WWE.
Well, that was last week.
No, it wasn't.
Wasn't that last week?
We never covered her. She died right after we recorded.
Oh, right. I thought because we spoke about her and then never.
No, we never got it. That's all.
I don't know who it is.
We talked about it in the group chat.
I seen you talking about it in the chat, and I just figured it was Virgin chat.
She was like
Ashley.
She was like the first. She was the first winner of the WWE Diva Superstar competition.
How did I miss that?
How did you miss that? I missed it as well because 2005 was by the time that I decided that right, it's no longer acceptable, John. You're now 18.
The standard of wrestling is good.
The wrestling can no longer be watched, John. There has to be a time and a place.
What age did you go back to
There
it?
was I think I stopped about 6 or 7 when I had the toys. I was well into it, and then I think about 12, 13 I got really back into it because it got good. Like it got really well produced.
You could get drunk and enjoy it.
No, not even that. No, by that time I'd stopped. See, by the time I was drinking, I wouldn't have watched it anymore. But really enjoyable.
Did you see the thing that came out, our testimony to the court?
Against being dismissed?
No, there was a court case against the WWE a few years ago about concussion. And
she had a concussion?
Yeah.
It's 5:45, John.
No, I want to know her name. We've not mentioned her name once.
Right. I don't know her name.
Ashley something.
I was just teeing up the next one when you were doing this shit.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there was a court case against the WWE about concussion after the Ashley Massaro was her name. After the NFL.
Is that a wrestling name?
No. Although I think if she came through a competition, she was probably just using her own name. Yeah. As part of the court case, they had a load of former wrestlers put their testimony together of what happened, and she put together a big thing about what happened to her. And when she won that competition, she says that she was actually offered money to be the face of women's WWE and not wrestle.
Okay.
Right.
In which case she was an independent contractor. And she said that at that point, she didn't have any wrestling training. She thought she would be given training and wasn't. So because they then got her in as an independent contractor, they put her into wrestling matches and went, oh, you are the face. It'll just be a quick thing. But I think people didn't really go easy on her.
Right.
So she ended up breaking bones every other week. And the doctors were just telling her, you need to take a break. And then
she stopped wrestling.
Yeah. And then she'd get to the next city and they would just go, no, you need to. and she's saying that she was given no representation. She had 25% of her money taken off her for representation, but was never then put in touch with this person that was supposed to represent her. They explained to her what it meant by being an independent contractor. she then was asked if she wanted to go out overseas to visit the troops abroad.
Right.
And she said, oh yeah, that was a great ambition of hers. And then she tells a horrible story about she was a bit dizzy and she got taken away into an army medical centre and hooked up to a drip. And then things went a bit hazy and she woke up in a room with a guy that she didn't know who said, don't worry, it's my birthday. Well, various deeds were being done to her. And it was all just, she tried to go back.
What did she die of?
I don't think they've explained, they've not given that out yet. I don't think they will, because that normally means it's something bad.
Yeah, I think.
I'm really surprised at our troops.
Are you? Well, they might not.
They weren't our troops, they were their troops.
No, they're all our troops, Gary.
That's true.
Yeah, we're on that side, aren't we?
But yeah, like the other wrestlers and stuff just kind of were like, oh, you know,
welcome to the trade.
Pretty much, like, you know, oh well, don't kick up a fuss because it'll damage the brand, and so that was grim reading.
Good, I'm sure.
And I bet you read it right to the end.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
So. That's a pretty cheery note to the celebrity deaths is normally more upbeat.
Well, on the plus side, it did remind me that Trish Stratus existed, so I was quite happy for a wee bit. I was like,
oh, good.
Trish Stratus was one of the people who broke her bones.
It's a hard game.
Yeah, the other death this week, sadly, was Grumpycat.
Oh, I seen you sharing this, and
it wasn't
7 years
It wasn't
old.
you that shared it, was it? It was somebody else in the chat.
Somebody told Gary about it, but he already knew.
Oh, of course he did.
In my various cat groups.
Hooked up to alerts.
But I think, is that the first...
I love it when you share photos of you in a cat cafe and it's just normal people in the background sneezing and red eyes going, why the fuck are we doing this? You're just in your element.
Was Grumpycat the first celebrity cat from the internet?
Mate, what about Garfield?
It's not from the internet.
Well, I'm sure you could go on the internet and find Garfield.
You're right. I think Keyboard Cat was maybe first.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, just go back in your diary and check your handwritten journals from 94.
So you guys strike me as a couple of guys who love Eurovision.
Yep.
Did you watch this year's at the weekend?
My wife and I, my wife's obsessed with it and makes a point of watching it every year. And normally with her mum and sister, ever since I've known them, they've had like the boozy party and the whole thing. This year, we recorded it on the Saturday and done a condensed 1 hour version where we just fast forwarded it to the songs.
Oh, but the shit videos are the best bit. The awkward shit videos before the songs.
Well, it was 7 o'clock. It was a school night. We had to get everything wrapped up before 8:30.
Yeah.
And we had promised them we'll do Eurovision. So we printed out the score sheets, and this is actually the first time I have watched every performance. And in the spirit of it, I took notes, which rapidly became me just putting preconceived xenophobic ideas and Celtic players in the notes. So I'm just going to rattle through these quick for you, okay? Like, because there's quite a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me when you're getting bored. Malta, brother and sister-in-law said it was the worst holiday they ever had, 5 points. Albania, home of Rudi Vata and the Albanian Mafia, 4 points. Czech Republic, really cool beers, but Stacey Dooley doesn't like it and made a programme, 3 points. Germany, Berlin, what have I put there? Berlin, Beer, Munich and Andy Tom. Russia, Dmitry Karin, no, Dmitry Karin was a Russian goalie, right? And next to it I've put 3 points, Dmitry Karin couldn't save this. Denmark, Mark Reaper, San Marino. The only note I put next to San Marino, 4 points, was quickest ever goal scored against England. North Macedonia, the Roma Daft Rotten Song. And then you're getting to the point where, see, before the guy for Sweden, John Lundvik even took to the stage. I awarded them 10 points because of Henrik Larsson. Slovenia, I've just put the words Chernobyl Waynes. Let's see what else I've put. Do you know what? See if I read the comments, you'll be able to get the countries. That's probably a better game. Right. The note here is just sunny but American and UN territory. It's an island situated.
Cyprus.
Brilliant. Next note is Reggie Blinker and Jan Venegor of Hesselink.
The Netherlands.
Okay.
Holland, let's do it properly.
The next note is Feta plus Samaras.
Greece.
Next one is Nir Beaton versus Io versus Baram.
Israel.
Not Palestine.
Yep. Vidar Reseth.
Have we not had him already?
Who?
Vidar Reseth.
Is he Norwegian? I thought he was Danish.
Yep, Norwegian. I don't know if you'll get this unless you've seen the papers. James Corden Light.
Oh, that's us.
No, that's the UK. James Corden Light. Go on and get a look at the boy. For the Icelandic one, I've just put song title is self-explanatory. Hatred mun sigra. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
Next to Estonia, I've put should have prepared a PowerPoint. Belarus did not finish. Azerbaijan, I've just put zoned out. The comment for this one is Stefan Mahe. Did you get that one?
That's France, though.
That's France. That was the French. Who else have got? Ramon Vega.
Switzerland.
And then the rest were just Celtic players. And then I've actually, you can see it at the bottom there, I've actually written Barry Ferguson. And then given him an 8, because that's what the Daily Record always did. So
you really enjoyed the Eurovision Song Contest?
Mate,
then?
it was the worst hour. In third place, I had Norway.
That was the Eurovision Song Contest marked by Conroy, but with the bias of Daryl King.
Aye. So, in reverse order, third I had Norway, second Iceland, and number 1 Sweden. That was
Okay.
my... I'm sorry that took ages.
Those Icelandic guys, I've been watching a couple of interviews with them over the last couple of days.
Right.
They've got very good senses of humour.
Yeah, but they produced the Palestinian flag
Yeah.
in the scarves, you know, when they were doing the scoring.
And they said that their band was about ending capitalism and creating cool handshakes. And somebody said, what's your favourite Eurovision song? And the two guys are sitting there like, have you ever watched Eurovision before? And the guy's like, oh yeah. No.
No.
It was good.
Do you think that, see if you could convince like the biggest selling act in the country, see Ed Sheeran or Adele, do you think if you could convince them to go out and do it, and you did the same in every country, like Kylie Minogue did Australia, who would do France?
Daft Punk.
MC Soler. Daft Punk's a good shout, mate. Aye.
Brilliant.
What are you up to these days?
Daft Punk versus Adele versus Two Unlimited versus Hadaway
You're talking about like the real All-Stars version
versus
of Eurovision.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
It's the heavyweight division.
Aye.
Yeah.
Just once.
Mm-hmm.
ABBA. Oh, if they still hadn't got back together, you'd have Ace of Base.
Yeah. Do you think that'd be good?
Mate,
We'd still get a pumping.
you'd still have Graham Norton being snide about them, wouldn't you?
I really enjoy Eurovision. I really like the politics of the voting.
Okay.
I really, and I do quite enjoy some of the songs sometimes.
What was your favourite song this time round?
I thought Australia should have won.
Okay.
The combination of opera and pop and standing on stilts was excellent. I really enjoyed the girl from Malta.
How much money do Israel throw behind things like that to try and get the world to like them? Like, see the stage production, John, see the screen and the graphics. And how long would you say every song was? 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah.
The production values are unbelievable in Israel. But
the best one I saw, do you remember the guy from San Marino? He's a dentist.
Let me check my notes. No, I just put quickest goal against England.
You would not believe this guy got through a semi-final to reach the grand final. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Has anybody ever done anything in the public eye, sports or entertainment wise, from San Marino, and they have not referenced their day job? He's a dentist. But there isn't enough money to be a Eurovision fucking competitor in San Marino every day. You do need a backup trade.
I liked as well that after it, you know, all the British papers were saying, oh, they punished us for Brexit, despite the fact it was the worst, shittest, most bland song.
Who was it?
Some fucking arsehole.
Cool.
Do you know, I read my note aloud saying, this guy's just James Corden light, and everybody kind of turned to me a wee bit, went, you've been really negative about his body image, but he was fucking rotten.
We keep persisting in entering songs that would have done well in 1998.
Okay. Get you.
But it's a waste of time. The big controversy before it was all about Madonna's performance, the halftime entertainment.
Our interview was a wee bit sort of slugged about dreams and aiming that.
Do you think she was drunk?
No, I think she's punch drunk. I think she's just fucking done one show too many. Madonna should be allowed to retire with all of her children.
Well, she got a new album out, and 200 million of Madonna's biggest customers are watching. So the big controversy was, will she actually turn up and perform or not? Then she did turn up, and then instantly everybody went, maybe you shouldn't have turned up.
She's not hitting the notes that she was 20, 30 years ago.
It's almost like something happens to your voice.
Yeah.
The best thing I seen on Twitter about it was saying she's hit all the right notes, just not in the right order and not the right notes. So you've not seen it, John?
No, not at all.
Would you know the song Like a Prayer by Madonna?
I'm familiar, yeah.
I dare say...
Which is a fucking classic.
I dare say you could do a better job of this.
I mean, I'm going to disagree, but...
Wait till you hear it. Right, so this is Madonna at Eurovision. Also, I was going to take the audio off of the official live stream, but they've auto-tuned it.
You're joking?
Straight after the event, because I tried to show somebody it. I don't know, you'll need to see this, and I put it to it.
It's just 5 or 6 seconds. Just to
okay. So here it is.
It's gone well. Right? Oh!
It's that.
But is she too involved in the performance and just...
Moving on to the next thing. The sing's the loudest part of that bit.
But
let the choir sing.
She then went on to one of her new songs, and it was like watching your mum try and do a reggae number.
My mum's actually very good at reggae.
Yeah, she fucking does a cracking version of I Don't Like Cricket. Like
I love it.
Dreadlock Holiday. She is magic at.
Does that put a dampener on the whole night?
Yeah, that is upsetting, actually.
That and the war crimes against the Palestinians.
Yeah.
Mate, we're used to that by now.
I tell you what, they did the first couple of days of one of the cycling races last year in, I think it was Jerusalem. They were in Israel for 3 days, and they absolutely went to town to bend over backwards and make people welcome. And
did they have some sort of crazy route that just skipped by all their own territories?
There was just a shadow over the riders as they went along the wall. But as that kind of, see, Eurosport do a lot of Israel holidays.
Yeah.
Come to Israel. We're open for business. You know, a holiday place.
These places are the only places with money now. So any of these big events, they all want them.
Yeah. So imagine planning out your gap year, we're going to do a couple of months in Israel, and then we're going to Georgia. Fuck, it's grim, isn't it? So I was glad we condensed it into the hour.
See, I haven't watched the full 4.5 hours.
Jesus Christ.
But what they do now, they split the voting into 2.
You don't even drink that heavily, man.
I was completely sober the whole way through.
I
watch it for the music. They've changed the way it's voted.
Every conversation's turning into a cry for help.
Aye, is the rules not like if you play it, you pick the 12 point and there's the no points, and if either you get it right, you get to pour the person's shot and they have to take a shot? The one year I watched it, that's what we did, was if you got one of each right, then it was fine, it was evil, but if you got one of it right and they didn't, they had to take a shot. Obviously, there's no punishment if you didn't get any of them right, but that was the idea of like going, let's make this fun. I'm kind of gutted. I forgot it was on. It's almost like it doesn't matter anymore.
Because you didn't watch it live?
Yeah, but we wouldn't go
Or
back and watch it.
the competition doesn't matter
Yeah, I
anymore?
remember it but I'm going back to the days of 5 channels. So it was a big
Aye.
deal. Because that was all you had. You were going to have to watch TV on Saturday night and you're going to have 5 channels to choose from.
What popped into my head there was just going, do you think the conversation in my own head with myself was going really well, and I was comparing Graham Norton being linked to it to Terry Wogan, and then I went for Terry Wogan to you sharing that picture of Glenn Michael. How old is Glenn Michael?
93 years old this week.
Still getting out for a fried breakfast.
Aye.
Oh, and we missed Vonnie's birthday as well. We missed a couple of episodes. Happy birthday, Glenn Michael, and happy birthday, Vonnie. 2 massive supporters of the podcast.
Yeah. So the Eurovision voting, they've changed it in the last few years. So there is a panel of judges from each country and a public vote. And what they used to do was combine them both. But there was a problem with transparency and all the...
Russia kept winning.
Well, yeah, like Russian bloc countries kept winning, essentially. So they now separate it. So they go through all the countries individually.
Back to Baku for the final again.
They go through all the judge votes and then they do a little sort of quick adding in all the public votes very quickly from each country, and it kind of builds up the tension at the end. But what happens is you can now say for definite that the Netherlands won, but Norway, the song with the bald guy doing the ethnic Norwegian singing, was the public champion.
Public's favourite.
So there's been a bit of controversy again about whether there should be judges at all and why is there judges other than to control it and make sure that the person they want to win has enough clearance to win it.
And what do you think?
Yeah, I think there's probably an aspect of that.
Surely countries with a higher population have got a better chance of winning.
No, because the
No, but
the public votes are broken down by country as well.
so they're weighted.
Yeah.
So if France has got twice the population of Estonia, Estonia's votes are worth 2 to the Frenchies 1.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So we already working up for next year.
Somebody would need to remind me it's on. It's the same. It's going to be. Is it always the same as the FA Cup final? Because I'm never going to watch it if that's the case.
It's going to be in Amsterdam next time, though, mate.
I'll go then. Is that a Trample Bat outing?
We should just send you
Trample
to a
Bat
live report.
Trample Bat does Eurovision. Mate, that is it. I fucking just realised that's what we're doing.
You can't get tickets. It's too
I'll get tickets.
competitive.
I'll get tickets.
Don't make this commitment.
I'll speak to someone.
I'm excited for this.
Aye, let's see. I think we could.
Okay.
Where is
so
it going? Is it like the Heineken Arena or something? It'll be somewhere big.
It'll be somewhere big, yeah.
Yeah, oh fucking yes.
John Walker goes to Eurovision 2020.
Christ. That's... Sounds like that's what we've agreed to.
That'll still not be a patch in the Cortina's hull.
Hull.
I'd love to hear his rundown of every song.
Iceland, it was alright, shite. Toilets were good though.
So, talking of other events,
Could you see his notes would be similar to mine going, France, Stefan Givars? Where did I put Oleg Salenko? Because
Yeah.
he was born there, but he played.
just like Stalin.
How many Ks in Mikhailichenko?
So, Game of Thrones is now ended.
So the sexy topics this week, isn't it? Game of Thrones and Eurovision.
All the big important stuff.
Right.
You sound like a show with content. This is terrible.
I think people have been very, very reactive to what they've just watched instead of appreciating something that's been over a very long time.
Yeah.
Was the ending as good as some of the episodes? No. But people are so fickle. See this? 1 million people. That petition's up to 1 million people have signed to say that HBO they should remake.
I knew people who watched Game of Thrones were fucking losers.
Oh, mate.
I'm saying this as someone who doesn't watch it or care, but I might listen to the books.
See, the people that signed that petition have a separate email address for signing petitions.
I said to you earlier that Liam
And it self-populates.
loves it,
Right.
and has been mega critical of it the last three or four episodes, and would have previously defended anyone slagging it. And I kind of went, "Oh, if Liam's turned to trust this,
Is there a direct correlation between this season's feedback from fans, predominantly male fans, and the lack of nudity in the last 6 episodes?"
There could be. Could be rewrite it. We need more boobs.
not enough penis." Oh, right, okay, it's boobs. Oh, you were going that way.
Yeah.
It's made such a big star out of all of them. Nobody's taking their pants off. Whereas they would in season 1. Is that what's upsetting the virgins that are starting petitions? Because see, when they say rewrite the whole entire season 8,
They mean declove.
yeah, that's what they mean.
Also, the thing is, it is already going to be rewritten.
Aye, if GRR Martin stops going to conventions and getting high with kids in spring break.
There is probably an aspect of him that's like, you've seen it. Like, leave me alone.
George R.R. Martin started painting the best shed in the fucking world. And he'd done 3 walls. He's painted the 3 walls and he's left the back one. And he'll go, "Do you know what? I'll get to it. See you next sunny day. I'll get to it." And somebody keeps champing his front door with a bag of weed, a fucking giant Toblerone. Fucking, do you know what? I'll fucking get to the fence. I'll get to the hut tomorrow.
Yeah, his pals and
He has not completed his greatest work.
he gave his friends Dave and Dan advice on how to paint their shed.
Aye.
But they fucked it because they rushed the last wall.
Aye. They never put a roof on it.
So he hadn't actually finished the story of the books.
It gets to book 6, and then season 7 and 8 were kind of.
So they've been written them.
There's been a garden party. You know, it's been late, and they've got the heater out, and the 3 of them have been sitting. He's like, "What are you going to do with that shed, mate?" He says, "Do you know what I'm going to do with that? See the shed, see the back of it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint it like this." And then they went away and tried to paint it. Like, "Look, we've painted it." And then there's a load of fucking
So
people
are they involved in the writing
"Who
of the
used
book?
creosote?
Or are they
That's a gloss."
or are they just writing the episodes?
They're just the showrunners.
This is what happens to this character. This is what happens to their arc. This is how they go. And they've done it, and they've tried their best.
But each season was 10 episodes until the last 2 when they made, after they got to the books ending, they made the seasons 6 episodes each. So everything just had to condense right down.
But the episodes were maybe 80, 90 minutes at a time. You know, they were just short movie length.
What age is George R.R. Martin?
It's not his age, it's his fucking lifestyle that's going to kill him.
Oh, so that's the worry, is that he would have died before a book was finished.
I heard that he really, really likes Five Guys salted caramel milkshakes.
Oh.
They're no for drinking though, they're for throwing, so it's fine. Was that the worry that he would pass away?
Aye.
Right, okay, fuck. I really want to read the books now.
Because he does not write books quickly.
No, he takes his time. He wrote the first one like 25 years ago or
So,
something.
see, even if you knew you were going to write an 800-page book, it would fucking take ages anyway.
Aye. If you were doing a page a day, it'd take you fucking...
Math.
You taking weekends off.
Somebody should give him an A4 notebook.
John, there's 2 episodes that are visually stunning. They're the best battle scenes. They're excellent. The best TV. You know, see, just to sit, watch, and soak up. What people are pissed off about is character arcs that have been started 10 years ago and have maybe petered out or didn't fulfill it the way that they thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
But there was resolution at the end. But I'm fucking playing devil's advocate here. I can see why people are annoyed. They've invested a lot of time, but it's just a TV show. Fucking go and buy an ice cream.
But see, to me, from what genuinely haven't watched. I've watched it a couple of times on Sky. Tried to watch it, and it's just not.
And the rest in Pornhub.
Aye, it's just not taking
8-minute segments.
Aye, Game of Thrones cosplay. It was just not taking my fancy. But the thing that I've noticed is this is one of the few shows that I would see people watching every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like old school before Netflix. There was people
Pre-Twitter.
actually going, I'm going to watch this on Monday night because that's when it's no just, the full season's on Netflix now, I'm going to sit down and just binge it. So folk were actually dedicating a night a week, and it's been, you've waited.
I think it would pan out differently for people watching that season in a binge. See, because there's been 7 days separated every time they've watched it.
Think about it. And
there's too many online articles as well, do you know, like pointing out plot holes, and it's going, well, there's a bottle of water clearly visible. You're like, fuck up. This cost millions, hours of training, acting training, horse riding, fucking CGI, the work and everything. Well, you can clearly see, I'm like, oh, fuck up, what have you ever created?
It's quite interesting, I think, at the moment. We'll see what happens, but I can't think of anything that any of the people in it that weren't already famous have done that's been any good.
Well, Maisie, who plays Aria, has signed up to do RuPaul's Drag Race for the UK.
Oh, is she actually?
Yep, she's signed up to do the UK version.
I'm only on season 2. I've got loads of stuff to catch up on.
You don't see what parts are out there for them now?
No, I think that all of the people that have left and all the people that have done jobs in between, none of them seem to have or be able to be progressing their career successfully since after it.
Gary, I present to you Zayn Malik.
Okay.
It's okay if they don't go on and do anything as big after. See, as long as they're fulfilled and they enjoy what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't have to be in the same scale. See, with every season, the second to last episode was always the big battle, the big one where everything was decided.
And then the last one was
just, right, let's set up the cliffhangers. But Game of Thrones has been a TV show that has always left you wanting more, so that you were waiting in the next season coming out to see what happened to these people. They fucking told you what's happened to these people. Go and kiss your kids. Fucking take your mum for a coffee.
You know that there's an episode next week?
Season 9?
No, season 8 episode, bonus episode.
No, there isn't. Don't fucking play with me.
Not playing with you.
What is it?
Beyond the Wheel.
And is it interviews? Or
I don't know. That's the thing. I can't figure out if it's like, okay, we've gone 20 years down the line and here's where they all ended up, or it's a sort of cast retrospective. Here's what the characters all think, the actors all think about their characters and stuff. I'm not really sure.
Do you know what pisses me off about it? I watched a interview today with Kit Harington. You know, been interviewed about what you're going to miss. You know, what bonds have you formed with certain cast members? You know, and he just talks so highly of and so many thank yous for the people of Northern Ireland and Belfast.
Yeah,
and it pisses me off. Scotland could have had that work.
Aye,
easily had that work, but we didn't. As a fan, Gary.
Yes.
I'll go and ask you for a couple of scores.
Okay.
Out of 100, this offers more subtlety.
Yep.
Out of 100, what would you give the last episode of Game of Thrones?
75.
What would you give the last season of Game of Thrones?
70.
And what would you give Game of Thrones as a whole compared to all other TV programmes?
95.
People need a bit of perspective, don't they?
Absolutely. As a whole
Gary
thing,
Black cannot score for fuck all.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm only trying to highlight the enjoyment that people have had, that look at it as a whole rather than Tyrion wins Game of Thrones.
Do you have a TV show that finished perfectly for you?
Breaking Bad.
Good point.
Do you think so? Or you got everything you wanted out of
Yeah,
it?
I think so. I think that I couldn't have asked for anything more. But I know as well, like a lot of these programs, what people don't really appreciate is that when people are writing these things, they don't go, right, I have character A and they're going to get to point Z.
Aye, they just want a first season done.
They write it as they go, and how you write is you write your character into a difficult
To
situation.
try and get season 2.
Aye, and then you try and get out of it.
Like Star Wars is starting in episode 4.
Yeah.
Going, what story can we make as a standalone, and we'll hopefully get a couple more?
People don't write TV as, here's the ending I want to get to. Broad strokes, yes, but all these little things that, when somebody goes, oh God, they set that up in season 2, it's because they've looked and went, right, what can we do here that looks back at something?
I was trying to think of ones that I got to the end and went, that's enough. Like Ricky Gervais does it really well, doing 2 seasons. Fleabag was some ending. Band of Brothers was amazing. The last episode of Band of Brothers was, you get so much out of it.
But you can't do that in American TV. That generally that's
Fiction.
a short.
Do you think fiction's a
That
problem?
very short. But I think there's so much money in when we.
What about the end of Cheers?
What happens at the end of Cheers?
We're closed.
And then Fraser moves off. To Seattle. Really,
away in the world.
The second last episode where Norm dies. Really.
Aye, there's a griffin in the basement. Cheers was a good ending. Would you say Friends was a good ending?
Yes.
No, I'm not really a big Friends
I
watcher.
love Friends. Friends,
sitcoms are much easier to end.
Sitcoms are easier, except was Seinfeld's ending not terrible? Or was that like just a shite episode? I remember.
John Gavin gets so pissed off because I've not watched any of that or Curb Your Enthusiasm. Harry Potter's. You happy with the Harry Potter endings?
Never seen it.
I enjoyed it.
Although I have seen an interview where David Lindelof, the Lost showrunner, was talking about the ending of Harry Potter, and he said he never understood why Lost fans get so upset until he watched the last Harry Potter movie, and he came out it angry and suddenly realised that's how everybody's been feeling towards him.
Aye. And he bought himself a big packet of M&Ms and chilled the fuck out.
Yeah, it's only entertainment, doesn't matter.
Which actors do you want to go on and have a fucking huge career after
it? I don't really care.
Cool.
But I think Emilia Clarke is not particularly a good actress.
No.
Nah. Who was that? Was that you?
But happens you've been spewing for 3 days, Gary.
Nice. Do you have any favourites?
Maisie Williams was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Played Arya Stark. In the book, when you go on and listen to these, John, her story arc's the best. They could have made so much more of her story arc. And if there is a spin-off, I think it is going to be her.
I think George R. Martin said that he would maybe skip writing a Lord of the Rings book, skip writing another Game of Thrones book and go straight to the spin-off of what happens to her later.
Right. Right. Realise that this has been 10 minutes that isn't for everybody. To be put in a little bit at the beginning saying minutes 41 to 50.
If you want.
Are just going to be two bearded virgins.
No.
You think just leave it in?
I think the
We
people
already know what we are and what we have on our face.
Yeah, I think the people who listen to us know that you guys like Game of Thrones and they'll listen to it.
Okay. Do you know what the excitement is, Gary?
What?
Because something that has been such a big part of people's viewing profile and habit over the past years, and people that have came to it late and binged, there is HBO are going to need to spend money. There is going to need to be a new Game of Thrones. There is going to need to be a new Breaking Bad, a The Wire, which finished excellently as well. There is going to be a new binge thing that we don't even know what's there yet.
There's a new series coming out called Gangs of London.
Okay.
And there's a new...
What's that about?
Gangs in London. And there is a modern update of Watchmen.
Okay.
Which looks interesting. And of course, Westworld's due back soon.
I never get past the first season. But people will go and give that a try now.
Yeah, because they need something to fill that gap.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to watch the updated Watchmen, I'm going to be honest with you.
You're not a fan?
I don't even know.
Superhero shit.
I look at the demographic that's watching it.
Well, no, Watchmen's alright.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't mean an update. I mean, the comic was written in the late 70s, and when the TV show starts, it's modern day, as if it happened, and it's like what has happened in the in between years and what's been left. It looks quite interesting. Jamie Oliver's restaurant empire has collapsed around his ears today.
Thousands. Why has it collapsed? Is the food no good?
£13 million.
I reckon it's maybe rent. That's fucking, because a lot of them are in really high
locations.
profile.
Yep.
Wasn't
there also now is this just a rumour or was this a fact that he had to
That he's got a lisp?
give lots of money out to a baby mother who wasn't his wife?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about that either.
Maybe that was just an internet rumour. I do apologise. But it's definitely true.
Well, until you know, I'm not going to send a hastily written post-it to Jules.
I heard it was just the kitchens that went in administration, not the company.
They keep all the awards, so
Aye,
Yeah.
keep it history.
So, was it Jamie's Italian kitchen?
Yep.
And
But Becker.
I mean, it's nice.
it was nice.
It was nice, sorry, but it just wasn't amazing.
What about didn't it have some sort of restaurant in a prison?
I was 15. Ramsey's get the restaurant that's in a working jail where the Stuart Mitchell was telling me about it. He ate in it. You don't get cutlery in it. You're not allowed to take your mobile phone. Do you know what kind of as prison rules? What is it called? It's something like Clink. Something like that. But Jamie Oliver took, I think it was 15, and it was called 15. And each restaurant, it was people that were maybe needing a wee hand, give them a job, give them training. But I don't know. I don't mind Jamie Oliver. Like, a lot of people give him stick, but I think he's a lot more accessible and a lot more. He's not as snobbish as some of the TV chefs of the past have been. You see that 5 ingredients book? Do you know every dinner's only got 5 ingredients in it? Like, my boy's all over that. Do you know what kind of 5 ingredients you make something decent? I feel as if I'm sticking up for Jamie Oliver when nobody's abusing him.
I know you're defending someone who doesn't need defended.
Yeah, it's not him that's closing down. He's fine.
Previously on Jamie Oliver.
People would work harder for their businesses if they physically got closed down.
Yeah, like Hugh, it's the people that work there in the supply chain that's going to lose out, not him.
Okay, but I think it is down to higher rents, because one of the only ones he was keeping was in Gatwick.
Yeah,
and see anything where you've got a sort of closed shop. The people have nowhere else to shop.
Loads of traffic.
Aye.
And that's why they can charge you like £7 for a couple of links on a roll.
Yeah.
The other business that's going down the Swanee is British Steel.
Yeah, I've seen that they were looking for a loan.
They're looking for a government bailout because Brexit has stopped people buying steel.
Well, fucking Jamie Oliver's place isn't buying any more cutlery.
Wait, that's not a thing though?
Sorry?
Like, was British Steel not fucked anyway?
Yeah.
Is it not Liberty and Tata? They were taking all.
Well, isn't British Steel Tata? But because it's...
Tata are a huge Indian conglomerate.
I think because it's in trouble, they're talking about it. They've sort of named that part of it British Steel and hyphened it off.
If you've ever passed, I don't know if you have passed it, the British Steel Liberty Tata plant, it's on the M74.
Yeah.
Big one, big blue one.
Yep.
See the size of that plant? I don't think there's 200 people worked in there. The size of that.
Really?
Like huge footprint, a site, going, the limited numbers it would take to operate it. Just, it's so highly automated already.
I was listening on the radio this morning and they were saying that British Steel employ 4,500 people, but they reckon there's another 9,000 contractors.
And see out of that 4,500 and 9,000 contractors, 13,000 of them are canteen workers.
Probably. The army marches on its stomach.
Well, this is myself as a contractor, this is what the government are trying to remove in Scotland with their new law change. Is they want contracting to be kind of removed and have you paid direct through your agency with your tax and national insurance paid. So you basically do it in a way that your dividends and your corporation tax of the business is what your main tax is contributed to, and you save yourself like 1%, say.
I understood every single one of those words, but it's just like it washed over me.
Yeah, when he was saying that, the only thing I could think about was going, Tata's a funny name for a company.
So what they want to do is they want it so that you're getting taxed at source.
Are you going to end up paying more?
No, what they're going to end up doing is they're going to shut down the contracting market because the contractors are going to want more money off of the businesses.
Right.
And they're going to say no.
But how's it going to affect the independent worker and the treasury?
They're going to go permanent and just get sick pay benefits instead of no sick pay benefits.
You take home less money?
Much more. Much less, but the government won't get as much money off me either. They'll lose more money through being a regulated tax system.
How long's this going to take?
They're trying to pass it next year. So everyone will a lot of people will walk away from contracting next year.
Yeah.
So the government are seeing all the money that people are making because they know the rate you're getting a day, but they don't realise it will kill the market and therefore get the government less money than they already do through corporation tax, dividend tax and PAYE.
And the less money people have is getting paid
To spend.
less paid into.
Yeah. It's just a big mistake. But for business, the point I was making was for businesses to function now, they actually need 30% of their staff to be contractors, so that if shit hits the fan, they've got 30% of the workforce that can just go, we can't pay you anymore.
Yeah, but after we do Brexit, people won't have...
Brexit means Brexit.
Yeah, people won't have rights that they need to be paid to be let go.
You're actually thinking of a soft Brexit, Gary, and we know that we're getting a hard Brexit.
Right up the ring. Not even taking your watch off.
We've got a stupid thing in my group of pals that if anyone mentions Brexit, you have to go, Brexit means Brexit, and they go, he's right. And then you go, would you take a soft Brexit? You go, what the fuck? Anytime you hear anyone in a pub or anywhere you say it, you have to go in with that and go up. Brexit means Brexit, and one of your mates has to back you up and go, he's fucking right, man.
There's a similar thing happened with my nephew, where his childminder looks after a couple of kids, and if one of the kids farts, she says, what do you say? And the kid has to go, excuse me. So you fart and you go, excuse me, and she always says, and I should think so. So now my brother's got a 2-year-old kid running about farting 14 times a day going, excuse me, and I should think so. I can't stop doing it. I've just moved. I'm farting now and just going, and I should think so. Exact same thing with the Brexit chat.
It's the same. But I'm just trying to...
Would you have a soft Brexit?
No, what the fuck, man?
Talking of farts...
And I should think so.
Nigel Farage is under investigation.
What's he done?
The Brexit party has been given £450,000 allegedly from Aaron Banks.
Who's Aaron Banks?
He's the guy
Phil, see Uncle Phil in...
He's actually dead.
And
also a fictional character.
This is his brother, Aaron.
He's basically the Monty Burns of real life.
No, tell me more. I don't know anything about this guy.
If you don't watch the Benedict Cumberbatch...
Mate, no, I've removed myself from everything. I think I said this a couple of times.
Aaron Banks, is he an investment banker type guy?
Oh, shocking.
But he's been bankrolling Brexit.
Is it illegal what he's doing?
Yes.
And the St. Louis Cardinals.
So what's the illegality part of this?
The money is untraceable, and there's no source of where the money came from.
Well, I mean, it sounds like they've sourced it, and
this guy is doing it like, see if you really, really dislike a football team and you go them at champ manager
and
really try and run them into the ground. We are this guy's champ manager.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So the police have an official investigation ongoing to try and find out where this money comes from. As we stand now, the European elections and where they're going to definitely win is in 2 days. And nothing apparently is going to be done about it until after. Like, they'll probably have some sort of fine.
Right, okay. Which they'll pay using the money from Aaron Banks again.
Using the dodgy money. Meanwhile, milkshakes become the most dangerous weapon in the country.
I did see that. I did see people saying that we need to think clearly about what we're doing as a society when we're throwing milkshakes at democratic potential leaders.
See, Farage says you used to be able to get some debate, between left, right, centre. There used to be debate, but you couldn't do any of this. But also, Nigel, you couldn't run about going, well, send all the brown people back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a bit of me thinks that some of Aaron Banks' money has been spent on members of the public throwing milkshakes at people for the publicity because it softens them. Do you know? Oh fuck! Do you know what? I don't agree with Nigel Farage or Tommy Robinson, but they should be able to do their job without getting hit with a milkshake.
I mean, he is right though. So what's happening is Nigel Farage is saying that the left have become so radicalised that they're willing to spend £5 on a Five Guys milkshake to throw at him.
Some money.
But the last time Nigel Farage said something to his people, a politician get killed.
Yeah.
Aye.
So he's right. I mean, it is totally. There is people who are radicalising people to do the worst things in the world.
Is chucking a milkshake at someone?
Somebody is going to take
radical?
it too far. It's the
It's the
escalation.
The police made McDonald's in Edinburgh stop selling milkshakes at the weekend.
Which was cool with them because the machine was broke.
As if...
It's my favourite joke of all this thing that's happened.
But it's as if the issue was milkshakes.
Aye.
Yeah, you could have still bought like a Coke.
Or a brick.
Yeah, I think that too would always be my go-to, and I don't know why enough
No,
people
but
aren't
that's
doing
the escalation that we're talking about. How far until one of them gets glassed? Do you know what I mean? And physically scarred forever.
it. I do.
If you survived a plane crash, you can survive a glass.
couple. Helicopter.
Aye.
The helicopter, wasn't it?
True.
Aye.
True.
It's not as funny as it is. It's not a good thing.
Which part?
The hitting them with milkshakes.
I don't know, mate. I don't honestly think that people are hysterical enough on our side.
Right. What if somebody had run up and stabbed Nigel Farage, immediately becomes a martyr, and his horrible politics are thrust into a more sympathetic light? That's
I think he has pushed too many people away already. I honestly think the way we are, we'd be like, what a fucking dick.
Don't know.
the polls for this election were showing that the SNP were riding at 38%.
Mm-hmm.
Second in the poll were the Brexit Party at 18%,
Right.
or just under 20%. Then below them you had Labour and Conservative.
Are Labour still ahead of...
The Labour, Conservative and Greens were all... No, Labour and Greens were all... The Green Party were really pushing for third.
Mm-hmm.
But the headline is Brexit Party running second in the poll.
Yeah.
The reality of the situation is the Green Party and the SNP have got over half the vote are going, stop this fucking madness.
Yeah.
Put the Lib Dems in, it takes it nearly 60%.
Mm-hmm.
But the media are putting it forward as going, well, these fucking idiots are second.
Make sure you vote Labour or Conservative.
The
See if the Green Party just voted on assisted suicide, I'd be sound with them. But
the Brexit Party and Nigel Farage have banned Channel 4 from attending any events that have anything to do with them.
Let's do this quickly here, right?
This is important, though.
We've got a...
Gary, keep talking.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Nigel Farage has stopped Channel 4 because they won't stop asking him about where his money comes from and what his policies are,
right.
Because the Brexit Party don't have any manifesto.
Right.
So that's quite a damning statement on BBC and Sky and all the newspapers.
Do you know what? They're the only ones that haven't stuck something through our door. Like, I've got the leaflets here that were put through last week.
I got the Brexit one before anything else.
Here we go. Vote Green. Stop Brexit. We will fight for Scotland's place at the heart of Europe. So they're pro. And they put a wee graph in there. Really nice. And it's on the thinnest GSM paper.
Probably recycled.
Let's find out. Yep.
I mean, you would hope.
There you go. You take that one. Here we've got a picture of Jeremy Corbyn saying that Labour offers the hope our country needs. Jeremy on the front of Scottish Labour there. Vote Scottish Labour. Real change for the many, not the few. Fucking hell, Jeremy.
I believe that this Green Party leaflet is not printed on recycled paper.
I bet it will be recyclable itself.
Yeah.
The Labour Party's saying nothing with a picture. Ruth is saying, make Nicola Sturgeon listen. Your vote for my, very possessive, my Scottish Conservative and Unionist team will tell Nicola Sturgeon no more referendums. Thanks for that, Ruth. And then we've got a very glossy Nicola Sturgeon. Do you think she's photoshopped there?
Yes. The face looks really filtered. She looks very youthful.
Scotland's for Europe. Let's say it loud and clear. That's what Nicola's saying just now. We'll keep working with others across the UK to stop Brexit. Oh, there's also a packet of skins in there. And
and none of those leaflets say what we're going to do when we get entry into the European Parliament.
Yep. Aye. Fucking a lot of paper wasted. A lot of paper. There's this cyclist director, sportif, like, see, one of the teams called Brian Holm. He's Danish, Copenhagen. And he ended up becoming a councillor in Copenhagen because he ran on a single issue. The only issue he ran on was, see, when there's a load of voting going on, you shouldn't be allowed to put posters up in Copenhagen because it makes the place look like a fucking tip. Voted in.
How many times have I actually said that though? It would be really easy to get a section of the vote. I think a young,
honestly, you've spoken about this single issue.
Legalise weed or decriminalise X, Y, and Z. I think on a single issue with young people, you'd get fucking voted for. Like that simply. You don't even need an answer for anything. You just need to say the right things for the other things, but don't focus on them.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Single issue.
500 quid. General election. 500 quid to run.
You're thinking about it.
I've thought about it since I was like 21.
Trampled bat vouchers for all.
When I realised you genuinely just needed 500 quid to put your name on a ballot paper, I was like, that's even for a fucking laugh, that's worth it.
So what we're saying is 2020 Eurovision, 2021 Scottish Parliament.
Yeah, I'm going to the 2020 Eurovision to gain campaign, to like gain momentum
Around Europe.
Yeah,
For your Scottish Parliament election.
to take us back into the EU.
It's going to be an exciting couple of years for you.
Yeah,
He loves a plan. He's a man with a plan. Right, guys, I think that's us finished up for the week. What number was that, Gary?
That was 117.
117 hours of free entertainment.
Yes.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
Seat your pants thrill ride the whole
Do you
time.
think at any point there'll be a petition where they go back and say they should do the last 50 again? These are the stories. Do the last 50 again.
If John gets 100,000 likes on Twitter,
100,000. I can't even comprehend what that would even look like.
then we'll do it.
in 2032, when Scotland votes for independence, they'll look back at this episode 117 and the time that John Walker put forward his political plan.
And Gary said that he was changing jobs as he's going to be a cam girl on Instagram. Right, have a good week. Thanks for listening.
Bye. Hello and welcome to the Trampled Bat Podcast,
Can you hear
episode
that?
117.
Is that buzzing?
You hear that?
Yeah, I do. What is that noise?
I don't know. Try again.
Hello and welcome to the Trampled Bat Podcast. I'm Gary Black and joining me today is...
Fucking do it right. Don't fucking...
Don't take your pish. Is that what you're saying?
Mate, every week I'll wait and you slap me down. You're like, ah, right, well, if that's the way you're going to be, we're just going to plough on with this. Fucking do it right.
Hello and welcome to the Trampled Bat Podcast.
All these fucking times he's never realised going, well, just fucking turn his volume down.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Just mute me.
Hello and welcome to the Trampled Bat Podcast, episode 117. Hope you're choking it.